Today we are going to continue with the workbook. Look at your books on page 40, exercise D. You remember when we talked about, the models can't, must, might, and we use them in different situations. Sometimes we use must with, certainty, can't also, according to what, to the situation, according to the evidence. We use can't to must. Might is used if we are not sure for something. Okay, now what about number one? Who can read the first?
Start.
Yes. Yes, Dia.
Jerry has to work all day. He can't go to the football game.
Good. Can't. Jerry has to work all day. He cannot go to the football game. Good. Ahmed Harani.
Yes, mister. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Linda must be tired. She stayed up all night to study for her big test.
Good. Linda must be tired. She stayed up all night to study for her big test. Number 3.
Can I do it?
Yes, Adnan.
Okay, I'm not sure, but Greg might be at the library. He has a report due tomorrow.
Good. I'm not sure, but Greg might be at the library. He has a report due. Yes, here we have what might, because he's not sure. Yes, who wants to continue with number 4? Yes, Nordin.
He didn't eat breakfast or lunch. He might be hungry now.
He must. Why? Because, he didn't eat breakfast or lunch, so he must be hungry. Good. Number 5.
Can I?
Yalla, Abdullah Fadi.
We can't stay long because we have to go to the store before it closes. Can't.
Good. We can't stay long because we have to go to the store before it closes. Good. Yes, number 6.
Can I?
Okay, go ahead, Dia.
I think my mother might know who the people are in the old photo.
Good, because when we use think, it means we are not sure. Good. I think my mother might know who the people are in that old photo. Good. This is about, the models can't, must, might. Now let's move to the next exercise. Exercise A. Here we are going to look at the photos and, to explain what you think about these pictures. What must have
number
happened,
1?
must have happened, and could have happened. So each picture we have to use write 3 sentences using must have, might have, could have. Adnan, read the example, please.
Okay. She must have wanted some coffee. She might have needed to check her email. She could have wanted to read an online article for her research paper.
Good. So you realize here the picture, she must have wanted some coffee because, she's drinking. She might have needed to check her email sitting in front of her laptop. She could have wanted to read an online article for her research paper. Maybe, we don't know. Okay, now look at the second picture.
Can I start?
Yes, Anwar. Try to think about, write sentence about, the picture, describing the picture.
He must have thought of buying a new car.
Good. He must have sold his, he must have wanted to buy a car. He must have wanted to buy a car. He might have, for example, parked in a wrong way, in a wrong place. What else? Adnan.
Mr. We saw. Okay. He could have. Did we answer could or no?
That's up to you. You can use could have, must have, might have.
He could have bumped the car in front of him.
Good, thank you. Look at the examples here. He must have gone, buying a car. He might have received a parking ticket. Parking ticket here means a fine. He could have had the car repaired. He could have had, the car repaired. Now let's move to the next picture.
I can.
Yes, Malik.
He must have called a friend, and
That's
he
enough.
make
Thank you. He must have, called a friend. He must have, talked to his father, etc. He must have, talked to a friend. He must have called a friend. He might what? The
Might have thought to call his boss.
maybe good. He might have received, for example, good news. You look at he's smiling, so he must have what? Received good news. Good. He could, for example, look here. He must have called a friend. He might have been late for a meeting, and he could have forgotten an address. So wanted to, let us say, to take the description. Now, what about the third picture? Look at the picture. Yes, Anwar.
Can I answer?
Yes, Anwar.
Okay.
Sir.
He must have been tired
Good.
of
He must
studying
have
all night.
studying مثلا all night. Good. He could have what? Adnan.
He could have
Difficult
slept
test.
since he was up late.
Good. Good. Thank you. Look here. He must have studied too much.
Sir, give one.
Yes.
Yeah, he might be bored.
Good. He might have been bored. With the third, he couldn't sleep well last night because he was studying all day. Okay, now try to picture, the page or, have a screenshot to write them later. If you finish, move to the next page, about the reading. 41, page 41, please. Finished?
Yes, Mr. I wrote.
Good. Now let's move to the next page, page 41. Look at the picture. Now, what do you think, the story will be about? Try to relate the picture with the paragraph or the story. And what does, the picture represent?
A meteorite falling, probably on a house or on
Falling,
the ground.
meteorite. Good. So we think, the story will be about, a strange thing which falling on the ground, meteorite maybe. How many paragraphs are there in the story?
4 paragraphs.
Yes, Anwar,
Oh,
4 paragraphs. Now here we are going to read for 2 minutes and try to look for, the answers of the questions. Okay, the story will be about Patricia Polacco. Okay, now read it quickly, read silently, and try to underline, the answers of the questions in order to answer them together, please. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Finished?
Yes, mister.
Yes, I'm done.
Now, who can read the first question?
Mister,
Let
excuse me
me
for 2
choose.
minutes. I have to go. Sorry.
Okay, take your rest. Take your time, okay?
Can I solve one?
Yes. Read the first one. Yeah,
Before the meteorite, how had Patricia's grandparents lived? Her grandparents had lived a very quiet life on their farm.
good. The answer is in the second paragraph. Her
Can I
grandparents
do?
lived in a very quiet life on their farm. Good.
Can I do too?
Yes, read the second, Abdullah.
What had Patricia grandparents never done before?
Good.
What?
What had Patricia's
Yeah,
grandparents never done
yeah,
before?
yeah. They had never talked with too many people before.
Good. The answer is here, I think. They had never talked to so many people before. This is what, had changed in their life. I think her parents had never talked to so many people in their lives. Everything has changed. Number 3,
Can I do it?
yes, Ali Shurman.
Yes. What had the people in the Union City, Michigan, never seen before? They never seen a meteor before.
Good, good. They had never seen a meteor before. Number 4,
Sir, can I solve?
yes, Adnan.
Okay. What does Patricia still carry with her? She still carries a piece of the meteorite with her.
Good. The answer in the
Before the
last
last line.
paragraph.
Before
Yes,
the last line.
she still carries a piece of the meteorite with her. She still carries a piece of the meteorite with her. Okay, I'll try to write the answers and let's read. Who
I
wants to
finished.
read?
Can I
Can I
read?
read?
Good. Yes, Anwar, read the first paragraph.
Okay. Patricia Polacco can certainly tell a very exciting story. I love the book she wrote called Meteor. So when I saw that she was coming to our local library, I decided to meet her. At the library, she told us something about her life and then read us a part of her book.
Good, thank you. Adnan, continue with the second paragraph.
Second paragraph. Okay. Patricia was born in Lansing, Michigan, and grew up in Oakland, California. When she was a little girl, she often stayed with her grandparents who lived in Union City, Michigan. One summer day, a meteorite fell from the sky right into her grandparents' backyard. Before that, her grandparents had lived a very quiet life on their farm. Now things were different. They had so much to do. People came to see the meteorite, the university came to study it and analyze it. Her grandparents had never talked to so many people in their lives. Everything changed.
Good, thank you. Who can read the last 2 paragraphs? Dia.
As you can guess, no one in the town had ever seen a meteor before. They were confused and didn't know what to do. Everyone had a different idea about what to do with it. Patricia Polacco loves to tell the story about her meteorite, and even today, she still carries a piece of the meteorite with her. When I met her, she let all of us touch it.
Good, thank you very much. Now let's read again. Who wants to read again? Hamza, are you here, Hamza?
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Okay, please read the first paragraph.
Okay. Patrick Polocco can certainly tell a very exciting story. I loved a book she wrote called Meteor. So when I saw that she was coming to our local library, I decided to meet her at the library. She told us something about her life and then read us a part of her book.
Good. Asaf, are you here, Asaf? Yes. علي الشرمان. Ali, are you here? Ahmed Horani.
Yes, mister.
Please read the second paragraph.
Okay. Patricia was born in Lansing, Michigan, and grew up in Oakland, California. When she was a little girl, she often stayed with her grandparents who lived in Union City.
Good.
Uh,
One summer
Stop.
day. Yes, can continue. One
Okay.
summer day, a meteorite
Michigan. One summer day, a meteorite fell from the sky, right into her grandparents' backyard. Before that, her grandparents had lived a very quiet life on their farm. Now things were different. They had so much to do. People came to see the meteorite. The university came to study it and analyze it. Her grandparents had never talked to so many people in their life. Everything changed.
Good, thank you. Abdullah Fadi, continue.
Yeah, Mr.
As
Which paragraph?
you guess, paragraph number 4.
Yeah, as you guess, no one is in the town had never seen meteor before. They they were confused and didn't know what to do. Everyone had a different idea about what to do with it. Everyone had a different idea. Yeah. Patricia Polacco. Patricia Polacco
Polacco,
loves.
Trisha
Yeah,
Polacco would like to tell the story about
loves.
her.
Yeah, metro.
Metro, and
Yeah,
today,
yeah, Mr. About her metro rate, and even today, she still carries a piece of the meteorite with her. When when
met her.
with her when I met her, she let all of us touch it.
Good, thank you.
Uh,
Okay, now let's move to the, the homework. Now here we have a homework, please.